Welcome to Simply Stylish DIY, where we take ordinary to extraordinary.
Hey y'all! Welcome back to Simply Stylish DIY. Today we will be making the cutest bird themed spring decor. I'm so excited to share these adorable creations with you. Without further ado, let's get to crafting!
DIY number 1, Bluebird Nest Cloche. For this adorable DIY, you'll need one of the cloches from Dollar Tree, some jute, one of the pipberry rolls, some sticks or twigs, little pieces of styrofoam, and a little nest with eggs. First off, we're going to take our cloche, open it up, and we're going to position our supplies inside how we want them to lay out. I had these little pieces of foam that I cut off, little squares, and then I needed some sticks. I like to craft at night, so I didn't want to go outside and pick up some sticks, so I took one of my grapevine wreaths and clipped off a few of the little branches and twigs off of it. That works really well if you do not have access to tree branches. I picked up these little pack of nests at Hobby Lobby. There's 3 in a pack with 2 little eggs in each nest. I'm going to see how it's going to look here positioned in front of the twigs and styrofoam. Once I have that positioned the right way, I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue on the bottom, glue that to the bottom of the cloche. I chose to have another little piece here just to give a little bit of height to the nest once I put that in. Make sure that you check to see if the topper is going to fit on it so it don't mash down your sticks if you choose to use those. I thought it was cute to take the nest here and glue it on an angle, so I'm just going to put some hot glue here and tilt it up because it's going to look adorable once we put the topper on and sit the little bird inside. I picked up this green floral moss from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to take out some of it, put some hot glue all over the back side because you want it to look good from all angles since it's a clear topper. We're going to take the glue, put quite a bit around everything, and then take the moss and stick into the glue while it's still tacky. Make sure when you're putting the glue on you don't accidentally put any in those little indentions that the topper is going to fit in a minute to snap into place. Once I have everything glued into place and I make sure that the topper will fit on, I'm going to take this little bird. I picked it up at Hobby Lobby. Check and see where your high points are on the bird and go ahead and glue that in. I got these pip berries at Joann's. I know that Dollar Tree also carries these seasonally. I'm going to go ahead and snip off a couple of the long little sticks, and my set had some of these little flowers also mixed in, so I'm going to snip off some of those and just sporadically put them through. I wanted to make it look like a little woodsy feel underneath the cloche. I didn't glue any of this in. I just went ahead and just stuck it there inside that styrofoam because it's not going to go anywhere once you have it stuck in there. After you have everything positioned correctly and you like the look of it, go ahead and put the topper on and twist it shut, making sure that you take your fingers and push all the moss up under it. Just to have a finishing touch on our DIY, I'm going to take some jute, put a little bit of hot glue on the back side, lay your piece of jute in that, and wrap it around about 3 times. Once you have it wrapped around as many times as you think looks good without covering up your design inside, I'm going to take a little piece of twine and just make a bow just like you're tying your shoes and glue it there on the front. Okay, here's your finished product. I hope you enjoyed this DIY. I think it turned out really cute. This would be something that would be great to make if you have kids or grandkids that you could do with them. You could go out and pick twigs and little rocks out in the nature and put it inside and make it your own personalized treasure. DIY number 2, lettered bird sign with flowers. For this DIY, you'll need a 12 by 12 sign, also a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, your choice Mod Podge, some sponge brushes, a oil-based Sharpie, some twine, a print off with a quote, and also some florals. Okay, I think you're going to love how this DIY turns out. You're going to need a 12 by 12 wood sign. I picked these up at Michael's. There was a few in the pack. Next, you're going to need a 12 by 12-inch scrapbook sheet. I got a pack of these at Walmart. There's like 48 sheets in the pack. I think they were around $6. I picked this one because it had the bird design here in the corner, and then we're going to do something special to it and make it look really pretty. Line it up, make sure it's going to fit your board, and I need to cut here on the dotted line so it does not show. Next, we're going to take our Mod Podge. I'm using gloss. You can use either kind, and put a really good thick coat on your board. Once you have it completely coated, you're going to take your piece of scrapbook paper and line it up with your board, and then take your fingers and press out all the bubbles and creases. It doesn't matter if you have several left in it, because we're going to distress this and you won't be able to even tell that that was there to begin with, because we want it to look aged and weathered. I'm just going to take a rag here and smooth out some of these wrinkles. It doesn't matter if you get some Mod Podge on the front, because we're going to go ahead and we're going to do something pretty to the front to add some charm to it and character, and then we're going to cover the entire thing with Mod Podge again to let it have a seal. Okay, I wanted this saying home is the heart's nesting place with the birds here, so I went in and designed that on my computer with the fonts that I wanted to use. And then I decided that I wanted to turn it a different way. So I took my scissors and cut out the words and took some tape and taped them together. So instead of it running up and down, I want it to be more long ways. And once I got the design how I wanted it, I'm going to lay it here and make sure that's how we're going to do it. Next, I'm going to take some carbon paper and we're going to put that underneath your words, and then we're going to do something special. We're going to take this, once we have everything positioned and taped down, and take a pencil. Any pointy object will work. I like to use a pencil here because then I can see where I've traced and where I've not. And then you're going to go over each letter of the font, pressing down so it will make the design underneath the carbon paper. I'm just going to take my time here and make sure I have it covered on each piece before I raise it up. You can absolutely skip this part if you want to just do your own handwriting on the sign. You can use just an oil-based Sharpie and do that. I just wanted to show how you can do it by having a print off of a design that you like and doing it with the carbon paper and the transfer method. Okay, I'm just going to raise it up here to check underneath it to see if I have everything lined. I see that I missed a little spot, and I'm going to go ahead and lay that back down and go over the part that I missed. This is where it comes in handy if you use the pencil. Once you have everything traced under there, you're going to take your oil-based Sharpie and go over your design underneath. Once you have all of that traced, then you're going to take your marker and just go in and fill in all the open spaces. Okay, here's what it looks like after I got finished tracing over everything and filling all the spaces in. It looks like it has a shine on it. That's just my light hitting the marker. Where we put the paper on the sign, I'm going to take some sandpaper and just go over the edges to make sure that I have a good seal and that nothing is loose, or make sure that it's adhered good. So once you do that, just go over and peel off the little edges that come loose, and then you'll have a nice clean edge. I'm just going to take a rag and dust off everything where we sanded it, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm going to take this distressed oxide and dab it into my coarse bristle brush and go around the edges. We're just going to give it some dimension and make it look a little bit antiqued and weathered. This step is totally optional. If you don't like to have the distressed look, just go to the next step and just skip over the distressing part. Okay, next I'm going to take the distresser and just put it on my brush and go over the entire center. Okay, after all that is dry, you're going to take the Mod Podge and the gloss. That's what I'm using. And you can use matte, it's no problem at all. And just put a nice coat all over the top. Once that's dry, I'm going to take some florals and match up to the colors there that the little birds are sitting on. I thought this matched well, so I'm going to take the head off of that. And then I have the two little white picks and some eucalyptus. I'm going to put some glue here in the center and position it in the center of the sign. Next, I'm going to take those little clipped picks in white that I cut off of the bush, and I'm going to put some glue on those and stick those on each side underneath the center flower. This floral bush I picked up at Walmart. Next, I'm going to take those little eucalyptus pieces that I clipped off and put those underneath the center flower. Once I looked at everything, I thought it needed a couple more little leaves at the top, so I went ahead with the same bush so everything would match and clipped off a couple of those, and then clipped off another couple pieces of greenery and put there at the top with that. Okay, here's the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this DIY. This was a lot of fun to make. It's so easy to change the colors of the florals and the scrapbook paper to make your own unique creation. You could put a sawtooth hanger on the back of this and hang it on a wall. You could also just set it in an easel, which is what I did. You could just have it as a shelf sitter, or give it as a gift. The possibilities are unlimited, and so just make it your own. DIY number 3, Navy Blue Bird Nest Decor. For this DIY, you'll need one of the wax warmers from Dollar Tree, a porcelain bird, 2 or 3 little eggs, a piece of styrofoam, an oil-based ultra-fine tip Sharpie, a little chalkboard sign from Dollar Tree, a little stick, and some Spanish moss. First of all, we're going to start by using this wax warmer from Dollar Tree, and we're going to make a nest with this Spanish moss. I picked this up at Walmart, but Dollar Tree also has moss. I use it also in a lot of DIYs, but I thought this worked better to make our actual nest. So I'm going to take a clump of it and just shape it in my hands like you would a nest. Make sure it's going to fit there in that little hole. Take your thumbs and press it in the center, because that's where we're going to put our eggs. Work it up until a little ball nest, and then once you have it the size you need it, go ahead and put some hot glue there inside of the hole and stick your nest in. I got this little bag of eggs at Hobby Lobby. I think there was like 30 in the bag, and they were $2 or $3 on sale. So I thought these were a good size to put inside here. I went ahead and chose 3 of those. I'm going to position them to see how they fit. And then once I see that, I'm going to take some hot glue, run a little bit on the side of the egg that you want to glue down to the moss, and go ahead and get those all glued in. I put 2 to the side and then put the third one on top of the 2. Next, we're going to put our bird on top, but first I wanted to give it a little bit of height. So I'm going to take this little piece of foam that I had left over as scrap and see if it's going to fit here on the top. It's not going to need any glue in the middle, so I'm going to put just here on the 4 edges. I picked up this little bird from a local craft store. It's a little porcelain painted bird. I thought it would be really cute where it matched the navy in the wax warmer. So I'm going to take some glue and put it on the bottom of the bird where it meets the styrofoam and make sure that I have it adhered good before going on to the next step. Going back to that same Spanish moss, I'm going to go ahead and cut off a piece of it. I'm going to take my hands and kind of pull it and form it before I start to glue it in, making sure it's going to fit here all around the little bird, like she's sitting on a nest as well on top. So after I get that done, I'm going to go ahead and take my hot glue, go around the edges of it, and making sure that it has good coverage all around the circle. Go ahead and take that gob of Spanish moss and put it all around there. And then once you get it on, if you have any wild pieces, just take your scissors and clip those free. I wanted to make a little sign to put beside the little bird, so I got one of these little chalkboard signs from Dollar Tree. They come 4 in a pack. Also, I'm going to take this little stick. You can get several in a pack from Walmart. Also, we're going to use a oil-based Sharpie and ultrafine tip, and I thought I would just write here on the sign, "Bless this nest." Next, I'm just going to go in the opposite corners and put 2 little hearts. Where there's a little clothespin on the back of the little chalkboard sign, it's so easy just to take a little dab of glue, put it on that little piece of wood, and stick it inside there. Then it'll be ready to put beside our little bird. You can glue it behind the bird or stick it in the styrofoam if it will fit based on the size of your bird. Okay, here's your finished product. I just loved how this one turned out. It's going to be so cute to sit with my spring decor. You can choose a different color wax warmer or eggs. Also, pick a bird that makes you happy, and this will be your own unique DIY.
Thanks for crafting along with me today. I hope you enjoyed these adorable bird-themed spring DIYs. If you did, please like and subscribe so you won't miss out on the upcoming crafty content. Also, leave me a comment down below to say hi and let me know which one of today's DIYs was your favorite. I also have several other spring bird-themed DIYs in mind. If you would like to see a part 2, let me know in the comments. I now have an Instagram. If you would like to come over there and follow, I'll have all kinds of fun things posted there too. Until next time, happy crafting!
I enjoyed our time together. Thanks for watching. I linked another video here for more crafting inspiration. Be sure to check it out. Have a great day.